Welcome back to Reiki Rocks and Reflections. I'm your host, Lani Woo, and I just want to do a pulse check with you. How are you feeling lately? With everything that's going on in the political and social climate, how are you feeling? How are things affecting you? Are you feeling a collective heaviness or hopelessness? Are you feeling like you could benefit from more peace? And I'm talking about the peace that lasts all day long. I know I could use that type of peace. And I have just the treat for us, okay? I have invited someone to come on to this episode to go over different techniques that we can use to garner that peace that lasts the whole day through. So get your beverage, get your notebook, because you're going to want to take notes on this. And trust me, there's going to be something for everyone in this episode. So get ready to activate your peace. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm so excited. Welcome to Reiki Rocks and Reflections. I'm Lani Woo. I'm your host today. You know, when we get together, we talk all things Reiki healing and crystal healing related. Today is going to be the same. I have such a treat for you today. I'm so excited about it. Just with everything going on in the world today, I thought that we should take some time out to just focus on how we feel, on making sure we feel 100%, and it's so hard sometimes, day to day, whether you're watching the news and keeping up or not, you still have this collective heaviness. So with that in mind, I have asked Gwen Allison, the spiritual butterfly, to come here today and share with us the space and also to go over some ways in which we ourselves can bring ourselves back down and ground ourselves, and balance ourselves, especially during this time. So I'm so grateful that she accepted. Welcome, Gwen. Welcome. I want to tell you a little bit about her. I'm going to give her her flowers. We work together. She's also on Awakening Airwaves, and her podcast is Ready for Authentic Love. And she talks about things to prepare you to walk into love. And check it out. It's so good. So good. When you're ready, because she's not playing with you. Gotta be ready. But it's so good. Check it out. Gwen Allison is the founder of My Spiritual Butterfly and a CHNC verified Usui Reiki Master Teacher. She's trained in both Eastern and Western lineages. Her spiritual path began over 15 years ago, sparked by teachings like the Law of Attraction, The Secret, and the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. But like many of us, her practice deepened through her lived experience, a divorce, the loss of loved ones, and a sudden redundancy that asked her to rebuild from inside out. In 2008, she became a transformational life coach, supporting women over 40 in reconnecting with their purpose and creating lives that feel more aligned and fulfilling. She began practicing Reiki in 2015 and has since taught all levels, led workshops and retreats, and developed a professional Reiki diploma that allows practitioners to work in UK hospitals. At the heart of her work is a simple intention: to make Reiki something natural and accessible, something that belongs in everyday life, not just special spaces. Welcome, Gwen, spiritual butterfly, to Reiki Rocks and Reflection. Welcome to the space, girl. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me, Lani. So happy to be here. It's always fun talking to you.
All the time.
Always fun. I love
Yes.
it. Such a magical person.
We always have so much fun. I thought that we would start by talking a little bit more about the climate, our social climate. I know you've been watching from across the pond. And we feel it's out of this world. It's definitely out of this world.
Yeah.
And I've gotten to know you more by working with you in Awakening Airwaves, but I met you first when you were on Reiki Radio with Yolanda. And I was just like, oh my God, I love her. And I started following you at that point. And I've been following you for a minute, looking at your YouTube and stuff. And you do a lot of work on balancing the nervous system, which I love. One of the reasons why I asked you here today, because I think it's so important for people to know that there are things that you can do within yourself, within your own practice to help your mental, spiritual, emotional health. You don't have to just walk around suffering, you know? So I think that this type of conversation is important for people to know what options and what tools they have in their toolbox. So wanted to also talk a little bit about what it looks like to be overstimulated and to have anxiety. What does that feel like and what does that sound like? I know this year's been just out of this world. I keep saying that.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit to us? First, I want you to talk a little bit about your work on navigating and balancing the nervous system. I know that you do a lot of meditations and you have a lot of videos on chanting and things like that. But if you could tell us more about that, I would love it.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Lani. Thank you. Yeah, as you said, very much needed right now in these times, which, as you said, it's just, you know, what's happening is as you said, out of this world, unbelievable what's kind of going on. And yeah, the anxieties, I think, are peaking now. People are like, what's happening? What's going to happen next? Things that we didn't think were possible are now being done without any kind of repercussions and things like that. And so people are definitely right now feeling very insecure, very unstable, very unsettled. But I think I always kind of understand in this world where there's always this kind of balance in the world. And so when we see this kind of extreme, what looks like chaos, almost madness, almost what's going on, I know and have come to understand there's always a similar matching shift on the opposing side. So there's also a lot of people are turning more to spiritual healing, for example, not just to receive it. People are becoming healers, and so that chaos. It was a similar thing with the pandemic, right? It actually is spawning something from that. But definitely, whilst we're moving through this, you know, if we're individuals, we call it the dark night of the soul. You know, we're moving through this kind of chaos and this kind of what's happening. We definitely do need some tools to kind of manage how we're feeling, put things in perspective, and to find some balance where we can continue, because we're having to continue our day-to-day lives until we have something other than that happen. We have to carry on with our day-to-day lives amongst this energy of uncertainty and chaos that's kind of going on. But I do feel really strongly that when this craziness, darkness, whatever is happening, there's also a lot of light shining as well. It's spawning that too. So yeah, I mean, for me, kind of what you were saying about watching the news and watching what's going on there. For me personally, I start with everything in the morning is the first thing in the morning is my time, my process, my self-care, my self-practice, basically. And so avoiding looking at the news and the phone and everything else, and making sure the first thing I'm feeding my soul is something that's going to nourish it and replenish it and fortify it and raise my vibration, ready for the day ahead. And so, like you said, that could be meditation, that could be Reiki, could be gratitude, whatever people have. It might be breathwork, somatics. We'll probably go through some of these in more detail. But I do find that Reiki gives us a really rich menu of tools that we can choose from. Mikao Usui was very generous with that. We have some beautiful tools there that we can move to that will help us to balance and ground elevate ourselves, elevate our energy, and even see a different perspective. It's fulfilling everything there. And some of these tools are great in the moment, and some are more about building maintenance so that we raise our baseline on a day-to-day basis where we're doing something every day. That means that we're not so thrown off balance when something does happen that kind of shocks us or moves us into anxiety. So I think it's important to have the two, some tools you use in the moment, but also this underlying continual practice that you have that will fortify you as you kind of go along.
I love that. I love that. And you get so caught up in the day-to-day thing. You don't even think, I'm going to say me, I didn't even think about like what this could be preparing us for, what this could be shaping or forming. I'm just like, relief. But that's such a great point. When you think about the pandemic, all of the good things that came from that. I mean, there were some not so good things too, but there were a lot of things birthed out of that time because of the pressure and all of the things that were going on. So yeah, that's a great point. I love that. And I love that you distinguish that there's things that you can do right in the moment, and there are things that you can do every day to kind of build up your practice so that you're not thrown off. But even if you are thrown off, you have a tool there to help you in the moment. I love that. I love that.
It's good.
It's so delicious. So in the morning, I don't know, you said that you start off in the morning. Could you give us an example or maybe something that you would do in the morning to set yourself off, to, set your vibration before you go out into the world? I love the fact that you said you don't interact with so no social media, no news before you get to.
Not first thing in the morning. So, so if you want to check the news out, obviously you can do that in the afternoon, later on in the day, but that morning is really prime. Your system's just awakened, your pineal gland is kind of all active. And I think it's important that we are more conscious and more deliberate about what we're doing first thing in the morning, because it just has a knock-on effect for the rest of our day. So for me, I always start with my self-Reiki. And that might be doing my chakras, or it might be doing the free tendons, which I like, and I spend a lot longer there. So I might do 10 minutes per point. So it's kind of whatever I feel. If I have found that I've gone through something which has caused me some anxiety, then I'll also use that space that's my intention for my practice, to kind of understand something differently, to see a different perspective of what's kind of triggering me or causing me this anxiety. And so that's when I might bring in the hara breathing, the deeper breathing, which is a lovely part of Joshin Pokyu, where we're placing the hands on our lap and we're just breathing into our hara, our lower belly, and just getting myself into a deeper state, but activating that Reiki in me more strongly. And then usually when I'm doing that, that's when we just get these different insights, don't we? Another sort of side of things, but we do start to sort of calm down. So my morning routine generally on a day-to-day is self-Reiki of any form, tendons or the chakras, or I might just focus on one area, or I might just have one hand on my heart, one on my hara. And then I move into gratitude, kind of maybe the prayerful side of things, the gratitude side of things. And then I might do some reading. I'm very much back into reading actual books now. I think I've posted about that before. So it might be 10, 15 minutes of reading something. Usually for me it is a spiritual book, Reiki or something like that. And then all of that really does, you wake up in the morning, you're just in this elevated state. I've got my windows open, I can see the sky. I'm very much in that sort of flow of gratitude. And that really sets me up for the day. And I think it's important, as I said, to avoid anything that's going to mess that up, like the news and whatever. And I don't leave my bed. I don't have to go anywhere else. I literally sit up in bed, and that's what I do as soon as I kind of open my eyes, and then I kind of can start my day from there. But and that's kind of been my morning routine pretty much since I've learned Reiki. So the past 11 years, every morning, that's what I try and do. And even if I only have 5 minutes, Lenny, if I don't know, might be going away, going on holiday, got to get somewhere really, really early, I will still do 5 minutes of Reiki. And as we say, any Reiki is better than no Reiki, but also there's no time. So the 5 minutes can actually be really powerful. In terms of there's no linear time, so it can still be quite a deep meditation or deep practice. So that's kind of what I do on a day-to-day.
Okay, I love that. I do the self Reiki too in the morning. I love the morning because it's like it's just you and God in spirit. Like the house is quiet. Like it's just it's such a beautiful time, and it's a beautiful time for spirit. And I think you had mentioned this too, to impart messages and things like that. And even you said this too, to re-examine or review things that have happened because you're in a different space, a different frequency. So you may get different things that you may didn't get before, so it's a really important time. So do you do any affirmations too, probably during that time?
Do you know what I do with affirmations? I used to do it quite a lot. I used to do affirmations all the time and say them out loud and repeat them. I do them now and again. But what I did, which was really magical, I've shared with some people, is I recorded my affirmations. And I did this many years ago. I think it was like 2021. I recorded my affirmations. So I recorded 10 affirmations for life in general, for health, for wealth, for relationships, that kind of thing. And and career and everything and business. And I recorded them. And it literally is just about 4 minutes, so 50 affirmations just for me, my voice. And it's 50, literally just 4 minutes. And what I would do is, I guess it's a kind of form of subliminal hypnotism, the subliminal hypnosis. So your subconscious loves your voice, Lani. We may not like our voice when we first hear it, like, oh, I sound awful. But your subconscious loves your voice. It's listening to you all the time, energetically. All your thoughts, it's always listening to you. All the cells in your body resonate more strongly with your voice, more than anyone else. And so what I was doing with that recording is, as I was falling asleep, I was listening to the recording as I was falling asleep. And it goes deeper because we're going into the slower brainwave states now, the alpha theta brainwave states. It can go deep into our subconscious. And I was finding that my body, my whole body loved my voice so much. Initially, it was cringe. I was cringing. But then after about a week or so, I was so soothed and comforted by the sound of my own voice that I would literally play one thing. It would be, I'd hear the affirmation, I'd fall asleep pretty much straight away. I wouldn't even hear the rest of it. And I still listen to it now and again, because I still resonate with everything that's there. And although lots of things have manifested, it's almost like a maintenance. I still want to keep those things in my life. So that's how I like affirmations right now. And have done for a few years. I actually use them to reprogram myself in a way.
Wow. I'm gonna write that down.
Honestly, it's so good to do, Lani. I share it a lot with my students and clients. It's so powerful. Once you get past the sound of your voice, I'm sure you're like me, you're all over YouTube, you hear your voice a lot. So you'll find that a lot of people have that little resistance to it. But when you do it, and then you start to see things just manifesting for you and opening up for you and, just shaping up for you. So powerful. Your voice, the alpha theta brainwave states as you fall asleep. And it can be very low in volume. So if there's someone else in the room, your partner or whoever you want to hear, if you have it very low, it's fine, because your subconscious is so powerful. It can hear everything. It takes in everything. So it's not being missed,
I love that. I'm going to do that. I love that. And I like what you said about Reiki, because a lot of times, and you just came out of Reiki class. A lot of the students, their concern is that they don't have time for it in the morning, things like that. But you don't really need that much time, because Reiki is intelligent. It knows where to go. You just like, okay, I'm opening up. come heal
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And literally, that's really all you need to do. If you have time to do more, then do more. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
start small. So I usually say to my students, just set the alarm 5 minutes earlier, 10 minutes earlier. And I used to persuade myself, this is, to do that and sit up and be like, well, I'm still resting in a way. It's not like I'm going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm still sitting in bed. So I'd sit up and then do it from there. And then, 5 minutes will grow into 10 minutes, half hour, or whatever you can do. But like you said, it's such a quiet time. Nobody else is up. It feels really personal, really deep, just for you. No one's demanding your attention in any way. It's the idle time. And people sometimes worry they're going to be tired after it. But I find when I've finished, I'm quite energized. So it's actually the opposite. So
it's like if I had to explain it, when I do like the meditation and the Reiki in the morning, it kind of like it balances me, and it's a small like surge all day, like if I had to explain, other people don't hear it. It's not really loud to me, but I'm aware of it. It's like a small surge, and it's kind of like on the same level, but it keeps me balanced all day.
Wow.
And I feel it, moving through me. And I'm like, why would I not want that every day?
Exactly. That's so beautiful. Yeah, but that's exactly what I think. Even when you go into Reiki, you go into meditation, you have these beautiful experiences, as well as getting the healing, that you just feel so good. You feel so good. So why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that little resonance of energy.
Right. Yeah. And so for those, we all have the capability of doing Reiki, but everybody's not attuned. So for those who may not be attuned yet to Reiki, is it something that you could suggest for them? You suggested the deep breathing. They can do that probably.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go through. I did have a list of things. Some are kind of Reiki, but also, we can totally talk about people who are not attuned to Reiki and take it from there. But if we take our lead from the Reiki Gokkai, the principles, the Reiki precepts, the 5 Reiki precepts, the fact that it starts with compassion. Well, it doesn't start, but it ends with that. Be compassionate to ourselves and others. And even the just for today is quite compassionate. It's like, just for today, you can try again tomorrow if it doesn't work out. Right. And so having that compassion when we're feeling that anxiety and we have that tightness in our chest and we can't think out of it and the thoughts are spiraling, just starting with that deep breath into the body. That breath is energy as well. It's healing as well, but it also gets you into your body as well and out of your head. But sometimes I know it can be really difficult when you're anxious to take a deep breath even.
To breathe.
To breathe. Sometimes you just can't get there and it feels more stressful. So just starting with the thought, it's okay. It's okay to feel like this. It's okay to feel like this. And it's not a chastising or defiant, it's okay to feel like this. It's not a defiant statement. It's a compassionate, as if you're talking to a loved one or a small child, it's okay to feel like this.
And you automatically, that brought me down because you're ready for fight. You're ready. It's okay. You're like, it immediately diffuses you.
Because you're validating yourself. We ask people to validate our feelings, but we don't do it for ourselves. So if you're feeling anxious, as soon as you make that wrong, you're keeping it there. It hasn't got a chance to move and come out the body or be seen. It's just there. And so just to be able to let it be okay to feel that way is important. It's okay to feel this anxiety right now. It's okay. But it is like a self-soothing, and it's like you then move from being like this in the anxiety to being the observer of the anxiety. And it's like, it's okay to feel like this. And that it's just like taking a breath, having a pause, creating some space, and then you find another thought might come in, and some questions to ask, when you're feeling this way is, okay, am I assuming here? Am I assuming something that I don't even know, making an assumption about something I have no facts around me at all?
Right.
Am I generalizing? This always happens, or this never happens, and we're using words which are generalistic words. Is that true? That it's this always happens, or this never happens? Is that actually true?
Yeah.
And also, particularly if it relates to someone else, and we often have this whole conversation, oh, they looked at me like this, that means this means that. Am I mind reading? Am I thinking I can mind read? And some of us can, but am I assuming here that they're thinking this and having this whole narrative, and we don't know what they're thinking.
Yes.
You don't know what they're thinking, but we're making up this whole story, and this story is creating this imbalance in us, and then the last question to ask, I guess, is, am I catastrophizing? Am I going to the worst case scenario here? And if so, if that were the case, what would I do? What would I actually do? Sometimes it helps to go there. I always say, when I was leaving my job in 2019 to do this full time, the Reiki and the coaching, and I was just dreading it. I was like, oh my God, what if I can't earn the same amount of money? And I end up homeless, living under a bridge, and can't pay the mortgage, all of these things. And then I thought, okay, well, what would I do if that happened? What would I do if my business didn't work out? What would I do? Let me go there. What would I do?
You're right.
I would get another job. So sometimes when we need to notice if we're catastrophizing, going to the worst case scenario, and then we can sort of go there and say, okay, what would I do if that happened? So just a little mini mindset thought process initially. One, starting with the compassion, always, and then this is okay. It's okay to feel like this. But then you're creating space for the question, am I assuming here? Is this true, what I'm thinking? Am I catastrophizing? Am I generalizing? It all goes back to, is this true? About it. But you're becoming the observer of your thoughts. You're not running away from them. You're not necessarily making them wrong. You're having this inner dialogue, this inner conversation with yourself. And it's important that those thoughts are seen, and that takes you somewhere else, to the next sort of idea, to the next perspective. So I think it's important it's self-soothing. It's soothing those thoughts, and almost talking yourself down.
Like a friend. I'm like, girl, you going there now. Let's bring it down. And I like that, because it brings it back to center, brings it back to yourself, which is where it should be, not what they're thinking, what they're gonna do with that. Like, and we make stories, like, plural. So we'll make a basic story, but then we're making stories on that. So
and nothing has even happened. The person isn't even thinking about you anymore, whatever. But but even in terms of what's going on in terms of politics right now, just that self-soothing is important, because we don't know, and we can't control so much unless we get active and start marching on the streets and things like that. That's not always possible. So until then, if you can't do anything about it, we have to look after ourselves. I would say that, we have to, I can let this spiral me out of control. And then, like you said, I've got two problems. I've got what's going on in America, and I've got now what's going on in my head. And I do know people have made themselves really, really ill thinking about what's going on in the States.
And I also like what you said, like, I went there because a lot of times we don't want to go there because we're afraid we're not going to be able to handle it. But I think it's power in going there and then knowing I can handle it. So even if, not saying that I will, but even if it does, I'm able. And I think that gives you more of a confidence to move into that direction that you are going into. So some good stuff. I love the questions. Because you want to kind of focus externally on things. As humans, we always want to do that. And we got to bring it back. We have to, because it starts here,
Yeah, it does. And it's a little bit of as well of making the unknown known. So it's the unknown that feels so scary. And so if we okay, let's make it known by going there. What would I do? I would do this, I would do that. I'd start buying canned foods, I don't know, whatever it might be is gonna happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just going to cause ourselves a bigger problem and affect our mental health if we really fall into that and watch it all the time and focus on it all the time and then share it with everybody. And all we're doing is spreading fear, and spreading more and more fear. And then when we understand that there's always a balance on this planet, always. So if there's more dark, there's always more light. Always, you know? But yeah, the questioning is really good. And even that questioning takes you away from the spiraling thought you were having.
Right, it does. Yeah.
It stops that firing. But yeah, so that's something that anyone can do, whether they're Reiki attuned or not. Do you want to hear another one?
Yes, please.
Okay, so kind of what you were talking about, which was managing our nervous system and understanding the vagus nerve a little bit. I've talked about this in other videos, but the vagus nerve is the nerve that turns on the rest and digest response. So that kind of turns off the fight or flight response. And we can totally trigger that rest and digest response, that relaxation response. The vagus nerve, you have branches in the ears, and then it runs down the side of the neck before it goes into the spine, and then obviously branches out to our systems and calms our systems down. So just massaging the ears and gently pulling the ears starts to
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I can do it now. And it's a distraction as well, isn't it? One minute you're spiraling in your thoughts, then you're pulling your ear and you're like, oh, actually I'm pulling my ear. It feels nice. So you're just kind of doing that as well. And then the vagus nerve, as I said, runs down the side of the neck. So you can totally just stroke the neck down, you know? So you're just stroking in that direction. If you are Reiki attuned, you can place the hands here. You can probably do this anyway. And whenever we're Reikiing the throat chakra, and we've done that for 100 years, right? Reikiing the throat chakra, thinking we're just really dealing with speaking our truth. But this is also relaxing us and relaxing anyone you're working with if you're giving them Reiki. So this is actually nice and easy to do if you're in the workplace or somewhere in public. You can style it out a little bit and make it look like it's just a normal thing. I always sit like this. You're not stressing me out, it's fine. So these this is really nice. It does, doesn't it? You can take it down, but we have a meridian line that actually runs over the ears. In Chinese medicine, meridians are veins of energy, runs over the ears, down the side of the neck, down the arms and into the ring finger. So, you know, that pathway, we're soothing that pathway. And if we do Reiki when we're doing our dry bathing, we're also soothing that pathway. But we're taking the energy away from the head as well. Even when we're doing Kinyo Kohol, we're crossing the body, we're taking the energy away from the head. It's that, you know, that when we're stressed, it's the energy running up towards the head. And so we're taking that energy away. But yeah, for the vagus nerve, just stroking down the side of the neck, massaging the ears, that starts to soothe you. But you're also getting that somatic body contact as well, which is getting you out of your mind and into your body, into the present, you know? So that's a really I'm just loving it now.
Yeah. So and like you said, you can do that anytime and you don't look weird, you know?
No, you can roughly do it. People do, they twiddle their ears. They don't even probably know why they're doing it. It's actually relaxing them. So yes, that's a beautiful thing that anyone can kind of do. And you've got the mindset and then you've got the deeper breathing. If you can. If you can't breathe into the lower belly, then just focusing on your breath a little bit, taking it into the chest, then you might find you've got space to take it down a bit deeper after a few breaths into the chest and the lungs. But the slower breath, particularly there's various styles of breathing, right? So there's box breathing or square breathing, where you breathe in for 4, pause for 4, out for 4, pause for 4, and you just keep repeating that. And that calms you down, and the counting of that is getting you out of your chatty mind, the anxious thinking. And hopefully we shouldn't have any problem with numbers, you know, like, oh, number 2 reminds me of this and 3 reminds me of that. We're not triggering anything. It's getting you out of your chatty mind. They say as well, the longer breath out is very powerful in terms of regulating us and getting the heart and brain into rhythm. So when you have you might breathe in for 3 and out for 5, or whatever number feels good for you. But both these breaths and any kind of slower breathing is tricking your brain into thinking, oh, I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed. I'm okay. We're safe. I can shut down the fight or flight system, and tell everybody, tell all the cells we're out. We're no longer in this state of emergency. So trying to do that is good. It's powerful to do with the breath. But also, as I said, the counting gets us out of our mind. And these practices, Lani, you don't have to do with your eyes closed. Again, that's something that can be more triggering if you're anxious, trying to close your eyes. It just feels really intense. So what you can do is you can have your eyes open and you're looking around the room and you're getting mindful, you're getting present. Everyone knows I like Thich Nhat Hanh, but he talks about this a lot. But you're basically, he's passed now, but he did talk about it. But you're looking around the room and you're looking at what you can see in the room. You're not attaching to anything. You're not making any judgment of anything. You're not like, oh, that needs cleaning.
Yeah.
You're just like, okay, there's a picture there and it's gray and there's a little yellow cushion there. And you're just looking around the room and naming what you can see. And then you're looking at maybe what you can hear. You're bringing all your senses in. Can I hear the sounds outside? Can I hear a dripping tap? What can I hear? What can I smell? Smells of roses, or I can smell my plant, or whatever it may be. What you can taste, so I can taste the mint where I brush my teeth, or my pasta I ate today, or whatever it might be. And then what you can feel in your body. But you're getting yourself out of your head and bringing your senses in just by calmly looking around the room. It's just kind of getting you focused and getting you present. So that's another thing. So all the things we've talked about with the breath, the different style of breathing, the vagus nerve kind of stroking and tuning and activating, all those things we can do with our eyes open, looking around us and being in the real world, if that makes sense, and not in our head. So it will totally help.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And if you're doing it at work too, you might not want to close your eyes.
No, exactly. Yeah, you can just do that. You take a breath, you're at your computer, you stop typing for a minute, you take a breath. And you're allowed, a lot of companies now allow you to wear your headphones and things like that. So you can maybe listen to something which is calming, a sound or a meditation, but you're just looking around, breathing more slowly, but you're just soothing that narrative. It's okay to feel like this. It's okay. And you can go further. I'm okay. Actually, I'm safe. Everything's okay right now. In this moment, I'm okay. And so that you can do all of those things with your eyes open without alerting anyone or
I'm thinking about what you said about those affirmations. I'm thinking about a whole soundtrack. Not upset. Calm down soundtrack. Well, you are safe, Lani.
Beautiful idea. And the thing is, you can listen to that not just as you fall asleep. I would listen to mine as well if I went to the gym or going for a walk outside, or you're potting around the house in the housework. You can just play it. You can play it on loop.
That's a great idea.
But it's you and it's your voice, But totally, if it was something calming, you can listen to that at work, put your headphones. I'm just listening to music, but you're not. That's such a great idea.
It is. And I'm even thinking, I don't have any children, but I was thinking if you had children, that would be great for them as well. Like if they had any issues in school, you could be, because my mom did that with me. I used to do affirmations for school. It worked.
Oh, that's good.
So I was thinking, like, when you were singing, I was like, if I could go back in time and record myself saying that,
honestly, you can use it for anything. And even if you create your own meditation, like you say, we listen to other people, which is fine, but you can use that to create your own meditation. You can put some music to it, but that's just it's almost like your higher self talking to you. That's how it feels. It just soothes your whole soul. But totally use it in that way to calm yourself, move yourself through situations, you know, you've been through this before, you can do this, you're okay, you're safe. Wow. Lani Woo. I love that. It's such a nice idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do
I
it for
love that.
yourself, your voice,
Do
or
it
your
for
children.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or your children.
And and it's probably one of the reasons why one of the reasons, because it's probably many reasons why it works so well. And you mentioned it too, is you love the sound of your own voice, but also you know you're not going to hurt yourself. So you
No,
can put your
very
guard
true.
totally down. And I think that adds to the amplification of it as well. So
That makes sense. You trust yourself, right? I
yeah.
love that. That is so good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I love
But
that. I was
yeah,
gonna say,
mm,
your Kotodama, am I saying it right? Kotodama?
Kotodama. Yeah, 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 yeah.
You have to talk about that. And I
Yeah.
just want to say, they have been the soundtrack for many of my days.
Wow.
Many of my days. And I'm like, what kind of day are we having today? We're having a Seihiki day.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, harmonizing and everything. It is so good.
Oh,
It's
wonderful.
delicious. Absolutely.
Wonderful. Yeah, Sehiki is a very powerful symbol and very relevant for now in this conversation,
Mhm.
what's going on, because Sehiki for me is about the mind. It's seen as a harmony symbol, the mental symbol, and the emotional symbol, but it really is about that heart and mind balance. But it also speaks to a little bit of what it's actually saying as well is the expansion of what's kind of going on inside our internal world, our key, you know, our inner life force creates what's going on in our reality out there. Literally, that's what this is saying as well.
Literally.
And
Yeah.
so if we want to change what's going on out there, we start from in here. And so it's bringing us back to the truth of who we are, that we are enough, we are loved, we are deserving. And anything that doesn't resonate with that is an imbalance, is a falsity, and this is where it becomes the mental symbol, because the anxious thinking comes from an incorrect thought that just keeps spiraling. We keep thinking it, we're then feeling certain things. And so this is why this symbol is great for anxiety, great for depression, great for bad habits, because it's just that incorrect thinking that's caused all of those scenarios a lot of the time, where we've made something mean something about ourselves and we keep thinking it, we've turned it into a belief, and then we then personify it and identify with it. So chanting Sehiki, whether it's the Kotodama, and Kotodama means, for those who don't know, means spirit word, sound word. It's a Japanese term that isn't just applicable to Reiki, that's in their culture. So they understand our words create, our words, the sounds create really powerfully. They can heal or not heal. And so the symbols also have a Kotodama. And the Sehiki Kotodama is e-eki. And we just keep repeating that, e-eki. The YouTube video does it, and that's taken from the class, the Reiki 2 class, and then we've just looped that. Yeah, we've just looped that. But just repeating that will start to calm you down, bring some harmony to the mind and body and the heart, bringing everything into alignment again. You can also repeat Sehiki, the actual word, and you can also focus on the symbol, because each has a separate energy in a way. It's all the same thing, but they're 3 tools in one in a way. Yeah. The Kotodama, the name of the symbol, and the actual symbol. Yeah. So just focusing on Sehiki in meditation or reciting the Kotodama, that will start to bring us back into balance and calm us down. And when we do it in class, we're literally just doing it for 2 minutes. It's not very long. And students are already feeling
it is powerful.
The energy. Yeah, they're feeling the power. But totally, if you're listening to it in the background, it soothes you, it brings harmony to your space, harmony to your mind, it calms your mind. It works on the pineal gland, the third eye as well. So you can see the bigger picture. You know, your intuition kicks in. So it works on all those levels, mental, emotional, you know, as well as that kind of psychic level.
It is so good. So good. I would suggest, I do recommend, because I like to do things in a meditation. So like we were talking about that. So I will draw the symbol to continually on a piece of paper. That will calm me down. Or just writing it over and over again will calm me down. But then when I started listening to the Kotodama meditation, I started writing down the Kotodama as I was.
Wonderful.
Girl, it was good too.
Yeah, the sounds are powerful. You know, it's
Yeah.
almost like if we're chanting Om, or there's lots of Sanskrit chants. And so
Yeah.
it's very similar. It's a sound that
Yeah.
has a frequency, and that frequency interacts with our own energy, our own frequency, and it can shift and change things. So,
And then when you're writing it, that's a frequency and energy too. When you're seeing that and you're hearing it and you're doing it.
Yes, you fully embodied it.
World in the best way, in the best way out of this world. And on a day where you're like having it, that's the best medicine. That's the best medicine. It's
beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And I think that's nice because you can play it in the background. The quickest way to get out of any anxiety, it's nice if you don't have to do very much, you know, because it's hard sometimes if you're really in the depths of like a strong panic attack or anxiety attack. It's really hard to do anything, you know. So just being able to play something in the background, the Heki symbol, and listen to that. And then gradually you find it melts you, you know, and it calms you down. So that's such a lovely idea, to just listen in the background. If you can't even reach for it to be able to say or write or whatever, but just starting that process and writing, as you said, is powerful because it becomes a channeling, you know, and everything is it's a point of focus, and the whole universe is focused at that point. And as you said, you're hearing it, you're seeing it, your body's in it. So it doesn't take long before it does start to soothe, you know. So if you can get to that point of, piece of paper, I'm going to start writing, it really will help. Yes, totally wonderful idea. I love that. But I love the Kotodamas so much. They're so powerful.
And we're just I have to go here every once in a while. Like, I'm just so grateful to be able to have these tools available to me, free, you know?
Yes. You don't need anyone else to do it.
Office and say, like, can I come in at 2:00 today? Like, I have this at my disposal whenever I need it. That is so rich. That is expensive, priceless.
Yeah.
And it's a great place to be in, you know? So I have to always remind myself to be in a state of gratitude for that, because I could not have these things, you know, and I could be dependent on, you know, other things, you know, to try to do those things for me, you know?
And the majority of the world, unfortunately, don't have it, you know? And whether it's Reiki or a meditation practice or breath work or yoga, I think because we're in this spiritual world, and most of our people that we know and talk to are in the spiritual world, we can sometimes be under the illusion that everybody should know this and everybody's doing this, and it actually isn't the way. We're still quite a small amount, although that light is very powerful, but there's a lot of people who don't have these tools. And so whatever they can do to help them, and whatever we can do to share what we know, is just so important. Because it's empowering. As you said, you don't need, once you're attuned to Reiki, or someone teaches you to meditate or something, you know, you can do that for yourself now. You don't need anyone else. You can be anywhere. You can sit down and you can do your Reiki or your mindfulness. You can do your practice. You don't, it's not like saying, I'm going to go for a massage and someone has to massage me, and, you know, then
you're right. You have to do all the things.
This is you. It's your body, your energy. And probably, as you found, the more we do it, the better it gets, the stronger it gets. It's just incredible. It's amazing. I owe so much to Reiki. Everything to Reiki. I think.
So grateful. And I also use a long distance symbol to, like, I'll send it before.
Okay.
If I know I'm gonna have a stressful situation, I'll let me just send Reiki starting today to this, so that I'll be okay. And I'll send it to myself, like to my body, so I won't be like overstimulated, having anxiety. I can relax as I'm sitting in the meeting. send Reiki to my mouth, and I'll be able to, in my brain, to pick the right words, and things will come out the way that I intended them. Like, I go through it, and it works.
Lovely. Yeah, it's powerful. And even I run a Reiki practice group, I guess. So once a month we get together and I do a bit of teaching, it's online, and then we practice some Reiki. And a couple of weeks ago, I took them through something that I kind of discovered by accident with distance healing. And because when I'm teaching Reiki we come to the distance healing stage, and I split the class up, and I'm obviously demoing and showing the people who are doing it and sending it to the people who are in the other room. And sometimes as I'm showing them, I'm maybe doing my daughter or I'm doing my partner. And then last year, it just came to me to do myself. Distance Reiki to myself using a cushion. And it was incredibly powerful. I couldn't believe how powerful it was. And so I shared it with the group last month. We met this month, we met last month, and I talked about it, and we did it as a group, and it was so profound. Again, it's like your higher self giving you Reiki or something like that. I cannot tell you. It's not just like, So it's a distance healing on you. And with as I said, I like, when I do my distance healing, I like to use a pillow as a surrogate. Some people use there or drawing or they just visualize. There's so many different ways to do it, but I like to use a pillow, and it's just profound. But yeah, when you were talking about the distance symbol, sorry, that reminded me of that. And so that's another way, if you can't manage to place your hands on yourself, or you know, you can't get to your back or something like that, you use the pillow. But it's so much more powerful. You have to try it, Lani. You have to try.
I'm gonna try. Look, I'm gonna write that one down too.
Try that too. But with the distance symbol, I know there's a lot of practitioners who just see it as the remote healing symbol, and they don't actually realize it's the consciousness symbol. It completes the, you know, we have the 7 chakras, and then we have the 3 tandons. So we have the hara, the lower tandon, which is below 2 fingers below your navel, seen as our vitality, connection to earth. And then we have the middle tandon, which connects us to heaven and everything that heart represents, and the love and the oneness and forgiveness. And then we have the upper tandon, which connects us to spirituality. And we can match those to the first 3 symbols. So you can have Chakra is very much connected with the lower tandon, and that the hara, and Heki is very much connected with the heart, and the 3rd symbol is connected with our spirituality. So yes, it's beautiful for distance healing because it's seen as a connection symbol, but it's also this kind of oneness consciousness symbol, reminding us that everything is consciousness. And there are practitioners who haven't been using that in their practice because it's a difficult symbol to draw, so that puts people off. But it's really strong, guys. It's so strong, Lani. So so I'm hoping that people don't just use it just for distance healing, but they bring it into their practice. Particularly, as you said, now we need all the big guns. Well, not literally, I don't say that, but we need all the things. We need the symbols to help us. But they are reflecting aspects of ourselves. And obviously the final symbol, the Reiki Master symbol, is the thing that the void that all these other symbols kind of live in, really, the 3 other symbols live in. But it's just interesting when you said about distance healing. But it's a nice thing to try, to give yourself distance Reiki. Phenomenal. My God.
I'm gonna start using my pictures too. You just
honestly,
a lot of ideas. I love that.
One of them I did. I saw I had like a past life experience with it. And again, I was in class teaching and teaching
That's your portal.
To do it. It seems to be. And I guess with the combined energies, maybe it made it stronger. But, I was on my heart chakra, on the pillar, my heart chakra. And then suddenly I saw this image of this woman, which I knew was me, dressed in a scarf, and, it was wrapped around her head and her neck and her shoulders. And I don't know if she was a Muslim woman, or it felt like she was in the African continent, and there was this kind of dust, sand blowing across her face. She wasn't affected by it, just looking straight at me.
Yeah.
But it felt like that was a past life. That was me, you know? And it was just like,
How did you know that that was you? Was it a
it
feeling?
was just a knowing. It was just a knowing. And there was a feeling of infinity that just calm. When I think about her now and that image, anything I think I might be going through just minimalizes. It just becomes tiny when I understand that we're all infinite beings.
Wow.
And
yeah, wow. Because it's like,
honestly,
it's almost like, because why am I worrying about this when I'm like, there's so many different types.
infinite,
Yeah.
honestly. And I thought that I'd missed the cue to tell my students to move on. And I thought, oh my God, it's been about 5 minutes, because I was really deep in this.
Mhm.
And then when I looked at the clock, only a minute had gone by. But it was just so, it was profound, beautiful. But anytime I think about that image and I see her and I see the sign button at her face, and I just know everything is all right.
That's such a beautiful piece of spiritual intellectual property that's yours, and you can like call on it at any time to bring you that. That is so beautiful and delicious, Gwen. Oh, wow.
But it speaks for everybody. We're all infinite beings, you know?
Yes.
And we've had many lives, and we'll have many more, and we'll be okay. You know, what's going on, we'll be okay. But whatever is going on in the States, this is going to serve us somehow. Something, as we said right at the beginning, is emerging from all of this. And so I think our role in this, more people will awaken. That's really why this is probably happening. More people are turning to alternative therapies, alternative healers, speakers, teachers, and looking for meaning in all of this, you know? And so if that's the shift that's happening, maybe it is totally worth it. But it is we will come out the other side. So yeah. But just understanding our infiniteness, our power. And like you said, you can focus on something with Reiki, with light, or with a symbol, and you shift the whole energy of your day. That's power. That's powerful. Because nobody's managing that energy.
Yeah.
You know, I was saying that today. People are going into work and everyone's moaning and nobody's happy.
And they're feeding off of that, each other. Yeah.
No one's managing that energy. But if you sit at home before you've even left your house, left your bed, you've done yourself Reiki, you've gone into gratitude, you set your intentions for the day, I intend to have a great day at work. We all get on really well. We have a really good laugh. Everyone's collaborating really well. Everyone leaves feeling uplifted. Just those few seconds it took me to say that is enough to shift that energy.
It is.
And you're walking into that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good stuff.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
So
I've gone off a tangent now.
Oh my God, I'm just loving this. So I was wondering if you had an exercise or something you could facilitate or lead us through and close us out.
Yeah, a little meditation. Yeah. Okay. Yes, let's do that. Okay. So I'll just guide, see what comes up. But the intention, I guess, is to help us soothe any calm thoughts, calm any anxieties and things like that. Okay. So we're going to start. We'll just take a nice deep breath in to our lower belly if we can. If not, then we'll just breathe into our chest or our throat. So a nice, light, long breath into the body. And when you feel ready, releasing that breath into the room for the nose or the mouth. And then doing that again, a nice, long, light breath in to the body. And as you breathe out, just starting to relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Maybe adjust your body so you're feeling a bit more comfortable wherever you're sitting right now. And then doing that again, a lovely long light breath into the body. And as you breathe out, expanding your energy outwards into the room. And now just breathing in and out in your own time, in your own way. Nothing is forced. There's no effort. Just connecting to the ease and flow of our breath as it enters and leaves our body. And we'll just do a quick body scan, just focusing on the top of our head, relaxing our scalp and forehead. Relax the muscles behind the eyes. Soften your jaw. Release any tension you can feel in the neck and shoulders. Letting the shoulders feel really nice and heavy, falling towards the floor. Your back is straight but relaxed. Chest is open. And let go of all the muscles in your abdomen. Bring some softness to the hips. Relax the arms, the hands, legs and feet. So there should be no tension anywhere in the body right now. I'm just going to imagine beautiful light gathering above our heads. And we'll see that column of light coming in to the top of our head. That light, the light of the universe, pure love energy. And see that loving light flowing through your headspace. Down into your throat chakra. Filling up your chest, your tummy, see that beautiful energy flowing into your arms and hands, your legs and feet. And we'll take that light down into the center of the earth, connecting to a beautiful crystal there. Could be a quartz crystal or a crystal of your choice. And let's bring that energy back up into the body. Filled with this beautiful light, this calming love. And just feel this sense of peace wash over you as you continue to breathe in and relax out. And just noticing what you can feel in your body. If there are any places of tension, of worry perhaps. Just allowing that emotion to be there. Letting that emotion be okay. Noticing where you feel it in your body. And being the space within which it exists. No judgment. No trying to fix. Just observing and allowing and accepting. Breathing in and relaxing out. Perhaps sending some light to that emotion, that energy you can feel in your body. Feeling nothing but love for the energy you can feel. Trusting it has information for you. There's something for you to know. Breathing in and relaxing out. Keeping that softness in your body. As you flow love and light to that sensation. So even feeling gratitude for it being there right now. For it causing you to pause. As you welcome and allow it to be there. And when we understand that any emotion that feels uncomfortable wants to complete its journey and naturally move up and out of the body. Sometimes when it gets to the edge, it can feel a bit more intense, but that's a sign it's getting ready to leave us, to complete its journey. So as you breathe in and breathe out, just see that energy, that sensation, gently leaving the body like a grey mist of smoke, going back up, back to the light, to be transformed back to love. And any void left behind in your body, just filling that space with more light. as we move into a state of gratitude for the teachings and the new understandings about ourselves. I'm just sitting in this space for a few minutes more. Feeling the peace in our body, calm in our mind, and the love in our hearts. And as we give thanks for Reiki, thanks for any guidance we've received, we'll take another deep inhale to gently bring us back to the here and now, breathing in and exhaling when you feel ready. Become more aware of where we are in the room, the seat underneath us. Our hands perhaps laying in our laps. And when you feel ready, as slowly as you can, as gently as you can, you're opening your eyes, coming back to the space. Okay.
That's thank you.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much. I know I almost left my body 3 times.
Oh, wow. How beautiful.
Thank you. Oh, wow.
It was lovely. Lovely to do.
That was so good. I cannot thank you enough.
Oh.
Can you come back?
Yeah, of course. Well, you have to come visit me. You have to come to my house.
Yeah, I will definitely.
You have to come to my channel for sure.
Definitely. But
Crystals
Krista,
and Reiki.
yeah, this
Beautiful.
has just been so delicious. It's like, and I thought we couldn't top the last time, but we just keep doing it, right?
There's so much. When it comes to spirituality, I think it's an endless conversation. It's so beautiful. There's so much we could talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, but I've loved it, Lani. Thank you.
Thank you so much for slaying us in the Reiki energy. Oh my God, it's been so good. Please, you guys, check Gwen's podcast out. Look, I have to read it because I can't even think straight right now. Ready for Authentic Love on Awakening Airwaves. Check out her YouTube channel. She gives out this type of magic all the time. Get some. Again, thank you, Gwen. Thank you so much for all of the suggestions and the tips, and I hope that those who are joining us watching will take that time in the morning to set the tone, and will take those tips that you gave, for those gestures that you need, break when needed. Like something happens unexpectedly, you need to just put a Band-Aid or service it. Do those suggestions. Write down the things that work for you and make that a part of your routine and your ritual daily. You will see the difference. You will see the difference. Thank you. Any last words, Gwen? You blow me away.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. I think, that people now have a selection of things to try. And if something doesn't work, there might be something else. It's always nice to have that suite of tools to try, but don't give up. Just keep going. Don't get lost in, I have to, stop for. It's nothing about that. It's just doing these practices, and gradually it opens up more and more for you. But this is like us putting on our armor now in terms of what's happening out there. So everyone needs to be turning to this, and with that act of compassion, for the benefit of all, without exception. Because if the leaders, the powers that be, had the love that we know they could be having, they wouldn't be treating people the way they're treating people. So we need to offer our self-practice up, not just for ourselves, but for the benefit of all mankind right now.
To make that inside outside, bring that into Heki.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to share some things and share in such a beautiful way. And the meditation is it's pulled out by you and the space you've created. Some of the things I've not said before. It's just what it needs to come out, comes out. So it's just wonderful. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you. I enjoyed it too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Thank you.
And I want to thank you. She'll be back. We'll be together. I don't know.
Of course. Yeah.
So I want to thank you for joining us this afternoon. Well, whatever time you're reading this or watching this, it's afternoon for us right now. I want to thank you for joining us in this delicious episode of Reiki Rocks and Reflections. I'm your host, Lani Woo, Gwen Allison. Thank you so much for sharing the space with us today. It was absolutely delicious.
Oh,
See you next time.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye.